Hi there, my little demons and divas and demonites. Bienvenidos, welcome back to my channel. ¿Qué es la que hay, mi gente? Estamos activados, estamos encendidos. It is I, Isa, aka the Demon Diva, and the big dog. He's sleeping on his other corner over here. And today I am here to bring you my Smackdown highs and lows, as I do every week, where we talk about this week's episode of Smackdown, which aired on Friday, November 15th, live from Milwaukee, I think. Anyways, before I get started, please, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe, like the channel, please hit the notification bell. I go live for Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Dynamite, pay-per-views. As long as my schedule permits it, I am here to watch some wrestling with you. And in addition to that, I am starting to make more content such as this. I am uploading shorts also for the Demonites. If you want to hit the join button and become a channel member, you will see that I also upload exclusive videos just for the channel members. This week we're gonna have a watch along of WCW, some War Games match that my channel members were talking about in the chat, and I feel like I need to go back and check out. So if you want to support the channel even further, consider becoming a member, but just a subscription really goes a long way. Okay, let's get started. Like I said, this is my Friday night SmackDown highs and lows, and we always start in a low so we can end on a high. So my lowest, my number 5, we have 5 this time, 5 and 5. This used to be called the high fives. Then I decided to add low, because you can always be positive. My low 5 for this week's episode of SmackDown is gonna have to be the Women's United States Championship bracket. The bracket was shared with us on social media, and it looks like it is just SmackDown performers. I was very disappointed to not see some names from Raw in there. Is Raw gonna add their own mid-card championship? I guess they never really made it clear, but I was under the impression that this mid-card championship will go around brands like they do with the women's tag team. So I thought that the qualifying matches will involve women from all brands, including NXT, but that is not the case here. Now NXT has their own mid-card title, so at this point I can't help but to think, hey, is Raw gonna get a women's intercontinental championship at this point? Because it doesn't seem a little fair for the women of Raw. The brackets were released, and it is all Friday night performers, and I'll go over the people that are going to be in the tournament because I'm super excited for the tournament. I just don't like the brackets. Alright, we have Bayley, Candice LeRae, B-Fab, Bianca Belair, Chelsea Green, Blair Davenport, Elektra Lopez, Stephanie Stratton, Naomi, Piper Niven, Mission, and Jade Cargill are the names involved. The finals are going to be at Saturday night's main event that has been announced officially. The high number 5, we're going to keep it right here in the United States Championship conversation, Women's Championship conversation. And my high is going to be the B-Fab Shine. We had our first qualifying match. It was a triple threat match between Candice LeRae, B-Fab, and Bayley. And I absolutely love what we saw from B-Fab. We have been seeing Natalia share some clips of B-Fab training at the dungeon with her, and I thought she looked impressive. And we always see AJ Francis is always putting her over, talking about how good she is in the ring, but she doesn't get these opportunities to get in the ring that often. And you know what really, I would assume, impresses the people in Gorilla is when you do get that opportunity and you show them what they got. And I thought that B-Fab came out of that match looking super impressive. I was very proud of her, and it made me want to see more from her. So hopefully this is the start of seeing more from B-Fab. I thought she looked amazing. Congratulations to her on an excellent showing. She did not go on to win the match. Bayley was our winner, but it doesn't mean that she didn't ended up being the star of the match. Next low on the list is gonna have to be Cody Rhodes waste 10 minutes of our life that we cannot get back. Because they had Cody Rhodes open the show. They announced it was opening the show, and we thought there would be some kind of confrontation with him and Kevin Owens, but that wasn't the case. He came out there and tried to act all badass. He even used his deep Batman voice like, Kevin Owens, get out here. Ooh, Kevin was scared. And it's Nick Aldis who comes out tells him, oh, Kevin Owens used the pile driver. It's real serious now. But later on, we get played a video clip from Kevin Owens who said that he tried to come to SmackDown and he got stopped and turned around. They told him he wasn't allowed there. So, did they just come out here and try to look all tough even though they knew that Kevin wasn't there? Because, anyways, they didn't advance anything. I thought that Kevin's clip from the car advanced more than this. They just told us they're going to confront each other next week. But an update on Randy would have been better at this point. The next high is going to be the main event match between Nia Jax and Naomi for the WWE Women's Championship. I thought this match slapped. Oh my god, I thought these ladies killed it. Both of them, Naomi and Nia Jax. There was a couple of moments there was a couple of false finishes that I thought Naomi had it. And I didn't think we were going to see a title change, but they had me doubting. It was so good. I think this is Nia Jax, possibly her best match since she's became champion. I liked her match with Bayley when she won the championship, but I haven't seen her put anything to this caliber of good until last night on SmackDown against Naomi. She had a great dance partner. You don't really need a reminder that Naomi's that good, but every once in a while you kind of forget that she's that bitch, and she just reminds you putting on a performance like this. Couple of great counters from both Naomi and Nia. And yeah, there was a couple of shenanigans with Liv and Raquel showed up because we're still trying to set up War Games. So Liv and Raquel showed up to call Jade and Bianca. Bayley came out to try to help. Tiffany came out to try to help. Candice LeRae came out to try to help, which allowed Nia Jax to walk away victorious, retaining her WWE Women's Championship. But what I take away from this was that the match was a lot of fun and the crowd was really into it. So shout out to both Nia Jax and Naomi for putting on an incredible performance on the main event of SmackDown. The next low in the list is gonna have to be the missing in action bunch. That's what I literally put in my notes. And I put the MIA bunch consists of Carmelo Hayes, Andrade El Idolo, Grayson Waller, Vinci, and possibly Pretty Deadly. We did see Pretty Deadly die last week at the hands of Ciampa, so I'm not mad that they weren't there this week. But there's so many people on SmackDown that could be doing so much better that we don't even see them. And it doesn't make sense when we stop seeing them. Like Carmelo and Andrade were just involved in a United States Championship feud, and now we haven't heard from them ever since. And it just makes you wonder, like LA Knight ruined Game 7 for them, and now they're not even talking about maybe possibly redoing that match so we can get a clear winner. And they're not the only ones. Vinci, they had all the video packages with him, and where is he? Apollo Crews came back, teaming up with Corbin, and now Corbin got let go, so what, we're not going to see him? So I have a lot of questions about a lot of the people that they're missing, but with the shows being 2 hours, okay to not showcase the same people every week. However, we didn't see Melo and Andrade last week either, so that's when you start getting concerned and wondering, where are they? The next high of the evening is going to be the returning Shinsuke Nakamura. Now look, I'm not trying to say that I can see the future. I'm not trying to say that I predicted this, but insert the clip. Where is Shinsuke? Last time we saw Shinsuke Nakamura, I believe he was a heel and he has been wrestling on live events. If we would just want to do a little feud, just something to give LA Knight to do that has nothing to do with Melo and Andrade, somebody that will have that credibility immediately that you can buy into a feud with LA Knight is Shinsuke Nakamura, but we don't see him on TV.
We should have you writing the show.
Well, I'm going to clip that.
I'm very happy to see Shinsuke. He looked like a demon. He had like this red paint. The hair was over his head. We haven't seen him in a while, so it was fun to see a whole different Shinsuke come back and attack LA Knight. LA Knight did this weird open challenge match, and Berto ended up being the person that faced him. Super predictable match. But seeing Shinsuke come back is the highlight. I think Shinsuke is an excellent feud for LA Knight. And I think it could be an actual feud, long-term feud. So I'm super excited to see where they go from here. Super excited to see Shinsuke back on TV. I'm a huge Shinsuke fan. So let's see where this goes, but I'm hyped. Next low of the evening is gonna have to be, I was just talking about it, LA Knight and Berto. Super predictable. Nobody was invested in the match. It wasn't a bad match. I thought maybe it would be Santos Escobar. We already seen LA Knight beat him. We already seen LA Knight beat all of these guys. But Berto, ain't nobody thinking that Berto's gonna beat him, you know? And I guess maybe they were trying to get to the end to see Shinsuke come back. But it just felt predictable and I didn't feel very into the match. It doesn't make any sense that these guys we haven't seen in months are just gonna come out, get a title shot, and win it. That's not how it works unless you're the Machine Gun City Boys or whatever. The next high, I skipped this one. They should have been my number 4, but I don't know why I didn't talk about it. But it's the tag teams actually cares about the tag team championship. This whole Ciampa heel turn that we're seeing is because he wants to have the tag title so bad. And then we saw Anthony Dawkins just slap the crap out of one of the Machine Gun Kelly 8 Mile City Motor Detroit boys. He smacked one of them. And I feel like, nah, these teams actually care about the tag teams, and it makes the tag teams feel a little more important. So that made me very, very happy to see. Just make the tag team titles matter again, you know? The next low of the evening is gonna be the number 1 low, and you know where I'm going with this. You know what pissed me off. You don't want to make a Roman Reigns segment piss me off, but here we are, huh? It's been years since a Roman Reigns segment pissed me off. I feel like this one pissed me off more than even when they pair him up with Cody. Because that makes sense. Cody had been feuding with the Bloodline. Bronson Reed has nothing to do with the Bloodline. So, of course, my lowest of the low is adding Bronson Reed in here. It's giving force. You know what? Insert my rant here. Why is Bronson Reed here? Is this some kind of Make-A-Wish joke? Why is he here? Who the fuck said we're gonna grant you a wish to be in a fucking interesting storyline? Have you fumbled the bag on the only good fucking story you have going? You have one good story on Raw, one good story on SmackDown. Putting them together is, you know what? Fuck War Games. Get rid of it. Go back to normal Survivor Series, bro. You're forcing shit now. I'm pissed. It's so stupid. This is giving me PTSD of back in the day when you guys used to have Hell in a Cell and you make up all these fucking Hell in a Cell bullshit fights because there was a pay-per-view called Hell in a Cell. It could have been 4-on-4. And that's it. You didn't need to involve. This makes absolutely zero fucking sense and it's forced. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hate on War Games, but it feels forced like Hell in a Cell used to. And if we're gonna have that criticism for them forcing things to happen for Hell in a Cell, we need to have it here. And the problem is that this should be a criticism that doesn't even exist because this could have been a 4-on-4. We didn't need to do this. You could have kept Seth and Bronson on a 1-on-1 unless Seth can't really wrestle. Is he still injured? You don't want him in a singles match? Well, so you're going to throw him in War Games because that's just that much safer? That doesn't even make any sense. I don't like it. It's giving force. Cannot wait to get this over with so Roman Reigns can go on to win the Rumble, main event WrestleMania, and get his title back. And my final high of the evening is going to be the tease of the return of the Wise Man. Now, it didn't work out the way that we wanted it to. Roman Reigns said, "Call the Wise Man." And all of our hearts started beating faster because that is the missing link to the OG bloodline, and Roman knows it, and Roman knows that if somebody's gonna give him good advice in the situation that he got himself into right now, it's gonna be the Wise Man. Unfortunately, the Wise Man didn't pay his phone bill. The Wise Man didn't pay his phone bill. Roman, did you stop paying him? What's going on? I cannot wait for I think the return of Paul Heyman with Roman is gonna be more emotional than Sammy, more emotional than Jay, because before he started the bloodline, before the feud with Jay, before we started seeing this, Paul Heyman was the first person that we saw have Roman Reigns back, and then teasing that union again, and teasing that Paul Heyman is not there right now for Roman. I really like how they did this because they could have easily. There was a part of me that wanted Paul Heyman to pick up, and then there's a part of me that is like, no way that how we get the reunion between them is gonna be over on a segment backstage over the phone. So I'm glad that they did what they did, but Paul Heyman needs to come through for Roman. We know you love Roman. But you know, Roman also kind of like, according to Paul Heyman, he said, I haven't heard from Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. Remember on that one segment for the draft, after the draft? So maybe Paul Heyman is salty that Roman just abandoned him, but Roman was going through it. You know, like, I think they just need to sit down and have a conversation. I think everything will be okay. Let me know your highs and lows for this episode of SmackDown. What did you like? Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am Isa, aka the Demon Diva, and this is my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you watch all the way to the end, leave me a white heart emoji in the comments. Alright, babes, I'll see you next time for some more highs and some more lows. Until then, adios. Mwah. Boop.